Okay, so all right, and then became the Arabic word al-khimya. Okay, maybe Nawa, you can tell me perhaps if I'm getting the pronunciation right, and Mohammed from Iraq, if you're here as well. Um, so it came originally from alchemia, so came from Greek, right? Chemia, then alchemia in Arabic, and then it was transported to Britain via France. And this created the late Middle English word. So this is sort of the 13th, 14th century, maybe 15th century, 1400s. And it produced that word alchemy. You see that the Arabic al, which is an Arabic word or particle of a word meaning the, right? So it's the article in Arabic. So alchemy was a branch of science that investigated how different metals like lead could be turned into gold. This later became the field of science we know today as chemistry. So by the way, it turned out that you couldn't turn anything into gold, no matter how hard you tried. Some words were taken directly from Greek but were given new meanings as the technology developed. So, telescope was a Greek word meaning far sighted. It was meant to refer to people with the ability to see long range or into the future. And it came from the words tele, far, and scope, sight. Later, the word was borrowed to describe the wonderful new device that allowed people to see the stars up close. And that Galileo Galilei that you can see in the picture there, made famous when he pointed at the moon and drew pictures of it, and then wrote a book about his observations. A similar word was created to describe the opposite piece of equipment, a microscope. So coming from micro, meaning small, and scope, again, sight. Um, we even have modern Greek words that have come into our vocabulary because of our love of foreign travel and foreign food. Immigrant Greek families brought their cuisine to Britain, and Ireland and the United States and other countries, other English speaking countries around the world. And we received a few words as well as a new diet. So who doesn't know about moussaka, feta cheese, gyros, baklava, tavernas these days? There's a big Greek community in London, and many Greek restaurants. So if you're ever over there, you will get to sample some of those different types of cuisine. We don't have as much of a Greek migrant presence in Ireland, but there are some. Um, but anyway, I highly recommend that you try some of that food. So back in the 1940s, these things were commonly unknown in Britain. Name that dinosaur. In 1842, an English biologist named Sir Richard Owen coined the phrase dinosaur to describe the fossils that were being found around the world. The word comes from the Greek dino, which means fearfully great or terrible, and saurus, meaning lizard. This is now known to be a false name, as dinosaurs were not actually lizards at all. But it was thought for a very long time that they were some kind of lizards. Okay, but now we know that they're a little bit more closely connected with the bird family. Um, Now, the name has been around for so long, however, that it's stuck, and the Greek names for dinosaurs have become one of the most famous uses of Greek in English. Most dinosaur names are created from a fusion of Greek and Latin word roots that together describe the particular dinosaur. So, Tyrannosaurus rex literally means the tyrant lizard king, for example. And what do you think these Greek roots mean below? Think about some of the dinosaurs that you've that you already know. So we have stego, don, serat, or serat or kerat, Nykus, and ops. Okay, so you can pause it there. Think about how many dinosaurs you know. Um, they'll very likely be the same in your language as they are in English. So maybe that might help you. So anyway, you can pause the video here and I will continue in a moment.